The turtle needs help.
Here's our little fella here.
The skipper hands over the turtle, and I'm shocked. It's a hawksbill. They're critically endangered. And this guy's in bad shape. He's got lacerations, barnacles all over him. He's on death's door.
Can you lift that towel back? Yep. Yeah, tuck it over him. We've still got a bit of kick.
The only thing on my mind now is getting this turtle down to Chris at the Bondi Vet Clinic. He'll know what to do.
All right, mate, I'm going to get him up home.
No worries.
Good on you.
Good luck. Hope it goes well.
Thank you.
I just hope that the turtle can hold on that long.
Timmy.
G'day.
Full surprises, aren't you, mate?
Hey.
I'm straight through.
She is.
Tim has arrived at the Bondi Clinic with a critically ill hawksbill turtle he's named Flukey.
Right, let's get it up here.
I know a sick animal when I see one, and this little turtle is in real strife. I really hope that Chris can do something and give her a chance at recovering.
So from what you know, she was found floating.
Correct.
Where?
40 kilometres offshore from Terrigal, just a little bit south, so basically straight east of Sydney.
Wow. And she is, what, at least 1,000 kilometres further south of the absolute limit of where she should be.
At least she's stuck on an ocean current, I guess, and too weak to fight it.
Tim's done absolutely the right thing in bringing Flukey in. I mean, straight away you can see she's in bad shape. But when you hear that she was found floating, well, that is a serious cause for concern. Those barnacles and this build-up of algae says that she's been floating for quite a while.
Yep.
And these guys feed off the bottom, usually grabbing the sea sponges and sea grasses and algae. So, I mean, she would not have eaten for at least a month.
But malnutrition isn't this little battler's only problem.
There's ballooning out of her skin here, which is quite strange. That's not something you normally see. So whether she's underweight and the skin's then become loose and doubled up around her neck, that's possible. Or there could be something else going on internally. You know, we've got what looks like an abscess here as well.
Yep.
And that's just underneath that nasty cut on the flipper. I think a lot of what we're seeing with her is the result of her bobbing around in the ocean for a long time and not being able to go down into the water, and she's been exposed to the wind, she's been exposed to the sun more than she normally would be.
Everything's just taken its toll.
Yeah.
It's just amazing that Fluke is still alive. She's obviously got a strong spirit. She's a fighter. I just hope she can hold on and go a little bit further.
And she's got a big battle on her hands here. The tragedy would be if she's come this far and then we lose her now. It's remarkable that she was found.
Yep.
It's even more remarkable she's still alive considering what she's been up against. We're getting a pretty clear picture of the outside of her. You know, we've got a nasty gash on this flipper here. We've got a little abscess underneath. We've got a lot of sunburn. And we've got just a collection of barnacles and algae on the surface. So there's no doubt the outside of it really worries me. It's what's inside, though, that's caused all this. So I think the next step is to actually put a needle into her body cavity, her coelom,
Yep.
and just see if we can find either air or some sort of fluid. And if that fluid's passed, then we know there's an infection that's in her body. There's just a little there.
Doesn't look pretty.
No, it doesn't. It does look like we've got some sort of infection in her body cavity. Right now, all the signs are pointing to the fact that Flukey may be suffering from something called floater syndrome. It's quite mysterious, and what we usually find is gas building up underneath the shell, usually in the gut. Quite often it's caused by an infection, but to really diagnose it, I need to do an X-ray. And to do that, I need to get creative. This might look a little bit strange, but really it's the only way of getting the shot that we need. And most importantly of all, it doesn't hurt Flukey whatsoever. Okay. Happy? X-ray.
What do you got?
Wow. See that?
I see a big black area.
So normally in a turtle, their lungs are about there. So just a small space like that. Here, over half, or probably 3/4 of that body cavity is air.
Air.
So she's a floater. She's got floater syndrome.
Yeah.
The fact that we're pulling pus out of that body cavity says that she has an infection in there. That could have been the initial cause. That is the X-ray of a really, really sick turtle.
Yeah.
What Flukey really needs right now is an antibiotic injection. That way she can start fighting this infection straight away. Right. Even though she's a turtle, she's no different to any other animal. They get dehydrated when they're sick. So I need to give her some fluids. But what we'll do is give her about 15 or 20 mils now. To just start to rehydrate her. That nasty gash on Flukey's flipper is certainly hard to ignore, and really the best thing I can do right now is clean it up and get rid of any bacteria that are present.
Stings a bit.
Yeah. All right. Look, mate, I'm pretty happy that we've now stabilised her. So what she really needs now is to recover. So I'm thinking we take her over to Manly. Yeah. And I know just the place for her.
You know, you do?
Yeah.
Good. I might say goodbye to both of you at this point, and good luck.
The reality is that Flukey's battles are only just beginning. She's still incredibly vulnerable, and my hope is that what I've done today proves to be enough.
So
wow.
This way.
You're all prepared.
All prepared.
Amazing. So this is the new home.
Chris has found the ideal place for Flukey's much-needed rehabilitation.
Good luck, little girl. You're gonna feel better pretty soon.
The hawksbill turtle is suffering from floater syndrome and is about to begin the long road to recovery at the Manly Sea Life Sanctuary.
Flukey's doing it pretty hard at the moment. She has an uphill battle. The next couple of days will be critical for her. So what we hope is that Flukey will start showing us a few positive signs to show that she's on the way to recovery. So we'll do our best and whatever we can to help her out.
That's fresh water at the moment, isn't it?
Yes. Freshwater is one of the first things we do when we do have rescue turtles. It does take care of all that barnacle growth on her shell and on her flippers and on her head. So hopefully they will fall off, and that's in addition to rehydrating her as well.
It seems strange to put Flukey into a tank that has such a low level of water. The fact is, when she's weak like this, having her in deep water means she could actually drown. By having that little island in the middle means she can actually dock herself on there and rest up. And rest is what she needs. It's actually really encouraging to see her move around like that.
Good sign she's able to raise her head and take a breath by herself. So we'll see how Flukey goes, but we'll give her the best care possible and hopefully she makes a full recovery and time will tell.
The fact is right now, Flukey's health is balanced on a knife edge. She's got some weight to put back on. She's obviously got to get rid of that air that's inside her body cavity. But really, it's about her building up her strength and her immune system. If she can do that, we're a much better chance of getting that recovery we need here. Have I arrived at mealtime?
Hi, Dr. Chris.
How are you?
definitely have. Welcome back. Well, thank you. How are you?
Look at her.
A few weeks later, Chris has returned to the Manly Sea Life Sanctuary to check up on Flukey.
She's looking much, much better. She's sorted out all the buoyancy issues, so she's swimming very well.
And also, those barnacles are gone.
Yep, the fresh water bath has taken care of those, and that's made her more active and way more healthy. So we've identified what our issue was. It comes down to something very small like that.
What is that?
So this is a little piece of latex or rubber. It's almost like part of a balloon.
Yeah.
So this was embedded in the top of Fluke's neck.
Where she had that swelling?
Exactly.
Wow. It doesn't seem like much, but when that little piece of rubber lodged in the skin folds around Flukey's neck, it caused a lot of swelling, and that swelling meant that she couldn't eat, and she found it hard to breathe. Every day would have been a struggle. It just shows you how tough it is for these guys out there.
Most definitely, and these types of things in the ocean are a huge risk to all of our marine life.
Obviously there's one place that this piece of rubber comes from, and it's from us. It's from our waste. And it's just been a one-way trip for Flukey to being quite sick and quite unwell.
Flukey's recovery still has a long way to go. She needs to regain her condition to have any hope of being released back into the wild.
Well, look, Keep up the great work.
Thank you, Dr. Chris. Thank you for visiting us again.
No worries, Flukey. I'll see you soon, girl.
And 4 months later, Chris is in Coffs Harbour to see a very special patient.
Hello, guys. How are you? G'day, Marina. Did you ever think this day would come?
I did have my doubts initially. She was in quite a bad way when you first brought her to us.
Flukey would have to be one of the most extraordinary patients I've ever had the pleasure of treating. She was found floating off the coast of Sydney, lost and alone, and really with no chance of survival. Hey, Flukey. Hey? This is a day that we almost didn't dream would ever happen. When she first came into me all those months ago, she was in terrible shape, desperately underweight, with infections all over her body and with a piece of rubber wrapped around her neck.
All her wounds are closed over, she's gained quite a nice weight and she's passed all of her pre-release checks. She's as good as new now, so it's all up to her. The team at Manly Sea Life Sanctuary are very, very, very happy to be able to release Flukey back home, where we hope that she will flourish and survive and grow into an adult that can then reproduce and do her bit for the species.
I'm sure she's got salt air in her nostrils.
I think so
She's
too.
just raring to go.
I think so.
So, should we do it?
Let's do it.
We've chosen Coffs Harbour for a couple of reasons. First of all, the conditions are perfect. The water temperature is ideal at 25 degrees and the currents are really favourable. There's no reason why, once we get Flukey into that water, she won't take off and hopefully go back to what should be a long and happy life out there in the wild.
Let's go.
We get you home to see the family for dinner. You're a bit late. Come on, girl. It's been a while since you saw the big blue. And try to hold it for you, Emma.
I'm trying. Okay, let's go.
Okay, go.
Good luck, Luke.
Sometimes turtles will hang around, they'll bob their head up, they'll try to get their bearings. For Flukey, there's none of that.
Good luck. Yeah.
Shadow, go.
Beautiful. Straight away under the wave.
Like a rocket. That is awesome.
Amazing. Good result.
Incredible work.
Incredible.
That speed.
Amazing. She was ready to go.
Up until this point, Marina's really tried to put on quite a brave face, but seeing her girl disappear into the waves like that, all of a sudden, it's too much.
Giving her back to her home, to where she belongs.
Yeah.
And there's no greater gift than being able to do that, especially considering how sick she was.
Yeah.
So
Well
fantastic.
done, you. Well done.
Oh, team effort.